Okay, coaches. Another late addition to the wing tee family. I shouldn't say late. Herschel Moore and those guys in Tennessee, I think, get the credit. And, of course, my influence in California has been Mark Speckman, is the Jet. Some people call it Jet. Out here, they call it the Fly. It's the same thing. So out of pistol, I've really went back and forth, but I've kind of settled on this one being the best, where we bring our motion guy in front of the quarterback. I was playing with the behind the quarterback thing. And if you go behind the quarterback, all the footwork's the same as if you're under center. But why I go in front of the quarterback now is because our quarterback can read this guy. So as he takes one step with the motion guy, he's got about a half second. This is those game instinct qualities I was talking about. He's got to be able to make these split-second game reads. If this guy takes off with the pulling guard, he's going to pull it and go behind the backside guard and backside fullback, blocking a full player in the backer. The tackle block's pretty important. In fact, if this is going to be a 3-tech, I may not put our tight end here. I want to make sure I have a 4-tech or a 5-tech outside shade so we can get this guy to go upfield, and then that hole really opens up. We always assume that the nose guard's going to slant. And if we run this to an even defense, a 1 and 3-tech, we'll run the Jet, just like I've got it. We'll run Jet away from the tight end, so we get our 1-tech here and our 3-tech here. And now our guard can block the 3-tech out, our tackle go with the backer, and our tailback get the other backer. So our quarterback keep will be to the tight end side against 1 and 3-techs, and our Jet would be to the weak side because we have a 1 and probably a 4 or 5 there, okay? The crack black is a call. We have a lot of calls there. We could load it. We could crack it. We could stock it. We have a lot of different calls out there. So I'll show you the footwork there. You'd be surprised how easy this is, And what I've expanded on it, because it was so hard to defend, was our quarterback reading the defensive end. And now our quarterback really shuffles. So on the Jet, what I call Liz 28-0, it's 1 step and he's cutting back. This one he wants to shuffle as far as he can. So everybody's reach blocking. He wants to shuffle as far as he can. And coaches, I got to back up. That blocking is actually not drawn right, but because he could pull it, you know, we have to take care of the D lineman. So we can't just all go climbing. I erase the defenders to make this easier, but obviously I must have this guard getting the nose guard in this case, which release the center. So we want to ride this thing as long as we can. And if the DN takes off, our quarterback can tuck it and go right up there. I played a team that was running this out of a zone concept. We couldn't stop it. It was just impossible. The quarterback just kept making the right decisions. If we put guys here, then the Jet was a problem. If we started sliding people over, the quarterback would tuck it and go, and he's always getting 3 or 4 yards. It was becoming a real nuisance for us. Out of wing T, my son will go through it for you, is now it's just a reverse pivot. You want to snap it at the inside leg of the guard, and you want to hand off at the inside leg of this guard. So you want to snap it at the inside leg of the backside guard, and you want to hand off at the inside leg of the play side guard. Is backs to the defense. So if I was this quarterback, coach, and you were the fullback, my back would be to the defense, and I'd actually be handing off like this, and the Jet guy would be coming all the way through and getting it. It's really fast. It's a really fascinating play from under center. I'll show you both when we get on the field. Rocket in the wing T, there's been a lot of different names for it, so I just called it Rocket right now. Again, Delaware, I'm not sure, had this because this replaced quick pitch. This replaced the traditional quick pitch where you put your dive back right here and the quarterback would just reverse pivot and you pitch it outside the tackle box and go, and you'd pull the tackle real quick and just get a quick hitter on the edge. Rocket replaced this. Under center, it's easy. You're going to reverse pivot and pitch it, and your goal is the guy catches it outside the tackle box. Being in pistol, it's caused me a lot of grief. I was playing with reverse pivoting, front pivoting, but putting this guy back 3 yards was giving us problems. So I'm going to show you some camp video of an installation I did. Some guys out in Ohio flew me in, and we put this offense in for them. Basically now is we ride the fullback through and then right away do an overhand throw. And what I like about it is with the overhand throw is he's catching the ball on top of the number. So he's way as far away from the linebackers as he can get. And he's one-on-one with a corner. And, of course, we're blocking the corner. And if this guy's got any kind of speed out there, he's got linebackers coming, but now he's on the sideline. He's got a chance. And it looks really good. I've got a lot of camp video So if you email me, we have a Pistol Wing T Huddle account. I can show you some game clips and things like that. So there's no more underhand pitching, reverse, or it's an overhand play, and we call it toss. Again, T for tackle. Toss tells the play side tackle to pull. It's real easy in our offense to remember this stuff. Wants to snap it, and the motion guy is inside leg of the guard. That's where he's going to snap it. I'm getting the handoff at the inside leg of the right guard. Tailback now goes right at the midline, makes a great fake.
Coaches, by us going to pistol, it opened up a whole nother world for us as far as the quarterback reading the inside linebacker on jet. We pull our play side guard. So if the inside linebacker chases the pulling guard, then our quarterback simply pulls the ball and runs up the middle. It's usually the backside A gap. If the linebacker stays, then he hands it off to the jet sweep motion guy. There it is at full speed. I've removed everything. You see the footwork? It's a real easy read for our quarterback. Our tailback doesn't fake when we do this in pistol. He's the lead blocker for quarterback, and he's trying to block the other inside linebacker. If we don't pull the play side guard, we simply call it 28 reach. All the linemen are reaching, but we leave the D in unblocked. The quarterback reads this defensive end. If the defensive end chases the jet, then the quarterback pulls and runs up into the C gap. Again, our tailback would be the lead blocker for this. Here's the footwork the other way. So it's a longer shuffle. It's 2 shuffles.
Okay, coaches, I do believe you've got to spend some time teaching your quarterbacks how to read coverages. I don't have time in this DVD to get into really great length, but I'm just going to show you a couple little nuggets that I go through real fast and some things that I cover, but I would cover in much more detail if I had a whole DVD to talk about this. This is covered in depth on all my attack DVDs. So some basic rules. If we're calling a play action pass, our quarterback knows look deep first. He goes deep to flats and then run if he can get 5 yards. Because as a coach, I should be calling play action on 1st and 2nd down or 3rd and short. Our short passing game, our one-step quick passing game, we're finding outside linebackers. Smash concepts, speed out with the speed with an arrow, with a speed out with a slant. We're finding outside linebackers. Our drop back passing game, now the reads are changing. It's going to start with the safeties, then it's going to be the corners. We're trying to find hook curl defenders. And our sprint passing game, throw the flats until you can. Throw to the flats until you can. And know you're down in distance, right? Don't throw to the flats. If I've called a sprint right pass on 3rd and 9, don't throw a 5-yard out. So I go through in the offseason and talk to these quarterbacks about this. And this is why 7-on-7 is so important right here. Some pre-snap reads. We have a little saying that I got years ago at a clinic and I love. I say when you get to the line of scrimmage, scan the ceiling. Scan the ceiling, okay? Is there 1 or 2 safeties? And then that triggers some other things. Check the exits. Check the exits. Where's the corners? Are they outside shade? Are they inside shade? Are they looking at the receiver? Are they looking at you? There's some indicators that you might be able to, and then this indicator ties in with the 1 or 2 safeties. Again, don't assume a 15-year-old kid knows what cover 3 is. Don't assume he knows what cover 2 is. Sit down in the offseason and explain this to him. Draw it up on a whiteboard for him. Then count the crowd, because we're now in pistol, we're a big check with me team with our find the 1 tech, 1 to 3 tech. How many linemen and how many linebackers. Obviously, if you see a lot of blitzing and linebackers in line of scrimmage, then that dictates man. So what's some things we do? 1 safety is pretty easy, right? Cover 3, 1 safety. Who's the flat defenders? So much of our offense is about flat defenders. I want to make sure they understand who has the flats. Who has the flats, and are they going to roll? If there's two deep defenders, then who's the flat defenders? And the corners will tell you a lot of that. And I've always felt that a 2 linebacker blitz, just think man-to-man. 2 linebacker blitz, think man-to-man. 2 safeties, now there's a lot more choices, right? With the 2 safety high, you can see a lot of coverages, so I explain that to them. And I also explained to them that cover 4 on one side, like our defense, we'll run cover 4 on one side, and then run a cover 2 on the other side. We'll run split field concepts. The corners, I think, with 2 safeties are the key, okay? If they're up and outside, cover 2. They're kind of back and outside, cover 4. And if cover 4, I'm expecting safety, aggressive safeties on play action passing. And this is a big one. If the cornerback's looking at you, quarterback, it's probably zone. If he's looking at the receiver, it's man-to-man. So sometimes the corner will give that away with a pre-snap read. I want my quarterbacks to understand that.